Welcome to Stamping Up with a Crafty Chick tutorial. I'm your host, Jacqueline Scheel. Welcome. Today I'm going to show you a new technique that is hot and trending right now. As far as I know, it's called ink string art. I did some research and that's pretty much what everybody's calling it. Here's a card I made using that technique, and I'm going to show you how to make this card as well. I will go through all the materials that we're using first, and then you can use the link to my blog listed below for the written list of materials. Now they are available to purchase separately on my Stampin' Up website, or you can go the easy route and order the card kit from me, which includes everything you see here except for the ink and the stamp set. There's enough material in each card kit to make 2 cards. Go to my blog for more details on ordering your own card kit. They are now on sale for $5. That's a pretty good price. When I go to the store, I pay about $5 for each card, so not bad. Now let's get started. Here's the materials I used to make this card that are included in the kit. So we have some glitter enamel dots. Sorry, let's go the other way. Okay. Glitter enamel dots. And I've taken the designer series paper from the Share What You Love bundle. It's so tiny. Just cut them into 1.5 inch square pieces. And a piece of the rich raspberry cardstock that is cut 4 inches by 5.25 inches. Then we have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's cut 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And now I have, for the card base, is a larger piece of Whisper White cardstock, 5.5 by 8 inches. We're also going to use some new items. This is the new Mint Macaroon Nature's Twine. These are the new colors. Very, very nice. So these Share What You Love DSP and the Mint Macaroon are new items in the new catalog. And the customers can currently pre-order the Share What You Love bundles, which all that information is also on my blog. The bundles and the extra gifts that come with the bundles are only available through May 31st. On June 1st, the new catalog comes out. Those items will be available for sale individually, but you will not get any of the free gifts from Stampin' Up that you'll get if you pre-order now. They're ranging prices from, I believe, $33 up to $100 and something. So it's a full range from very affordable to the deluxe set. Oh, I almost forgot. We're also going to be using the lovely lipstick, which is another new color in the June 1st catalog. Now, since some of these items are not available for sale until June 1st, then I need to wait until June 1st to send out the card kits, because we cannot sell anything that is not available to you now until June 1st. So you have, let's see, today's the 17th, so you have about 2 weeks to let me know if you want the order, and they will be mailed out on June 1st. All right, so let's go. What is string art? Well, string art is when you take a piece of string and you color it and you pull it through and make a pretty design. The design is going to be unique every time. It could look similar if you use the same style of laying down the string, but it will usually be slightly different if you put a lot of ink or a little bit of ink. Also, I do want to give a shout out to Nicole Fenimore, who is my uplead, who did a video on this earlier this week. And although my card looks different than hers, I did case her idea. So thank you, Nicole. All right, let's get our materials ready and start from the beginning. Oh dear me. Okay, so also, sorry, it is like 6 in the morning and I couldn't sleep, so I decided to get up and prepare this class. So I've been up and preparing this class since 5 o'clock. So bear with me. Also, we're going to use the Flourishing Phrases stamp set and the Old Olive ink pad. Okay, now that's everything. So, what you want to do is get any old notebook. It does not matter what notebook you use, or any book that you don't mind that's going to get messed up. Mine got totally messed up while I was making the card, so just make sure you don't mind that. And now the first thing I'm going to do is put on my gloves. I learned very quickly that this can be a messy project. So I usually wear gloves when I'm working with a lot of ink. Okay, so we're going to take out our lovely lipstick pad and we're going to use a piece of string. Here's the string. So I kind of got it wet in advance a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I thought I had water in these. I didn't. Okay. I was going to water this down a little bit. But what I was doing, which is extremely messy because I don't have any ink refills. So first I'm just putting my finger and pulling the string through. Also, then you end up with a lot of ink on your finger, so you can work that into the string. And I'm trying to get as much as possible on here. So, and be careful when you're pulling your string through. I pressed too hard earlier and made a little tear in my pad. These pads are not as gushy and gooey as the old pads. These new pads are soft and they make a much cleaner impression. So it also means they're less juicy. Okay, I think that should do it. So we've got our string covered in lipstick ink. Lovely lipstick. Here is the fun part where I try to do this without getting it all over my card. So I'll take off my gloves for a second and put them somewhere that I'm not going to get my materials messy. Okay, so now you're going to place your piece of card stock. This is the small Whisper White. Put it down in your notebook. Now I have extra pieces in here because I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I don't need those now. Okay, so put that in your notebook, and you want to make sure your string is long. Sorry, I forgot all about the size of the string. I'd say 12 to 14 inches minimum, and you can certainly make it longer than that if you want. And the trick is just to let it fall and kind of ease it along. And don't be discouraged if it doesn't work the first few times. I had to practice this several times before it even came out looking like anything that resembled what I thought it should look like. Also, don't use thick twine. I tried to use some of this thicker twine, and it doesn't lay down very well. So you want to use a very light weight string. It can be thin, it can be thick, but it needs to be lightweight so it can lay flat. Then you want to close the book or whatever you're using to hold this in place. You want to press down, holding everything in place. Press hard, because you're going to then pull this little piece of string. You need to leave a little piece of string out here. I don't know if you can see that because it's the same color as my board. And then you're going to put your hand down and you're going to grab this piece of string and pull it. And that's what's going to make your design. Okay, let's do it. Pull. Okay. And let's unveil it. Oh, that came out nicer than the other one. Well, pretty much the same, but something different. See, they're very similar, but not the same. Every time it's going to come out a little different. And you don't have to use the string in that formation either. You can do it differently. Now, it will come out, I think, in my opinion, better if you have more ink on it. If you have a re-inker, or if you mix some water in your ink pad, which I had planned to do, but I didn't have any water. Anyway, so I wanted to see how it would come out dry. So you can also do it that way. And there is no wrong way because it is art. And as you know, anything that is handcrafted or artisanal is unique. Okay, so let's put all that over there out of the way. Next step, we're going to take our rich razzleberry and our mint macaroon, and let's see, the mint macaroon, how big do I want to make it? 10 inches should be plenty. So let's measure out 10 inches. That's what I love about this board. It's, oh, I always have a ruler or measuring stick. Okay, 10 inches. Perfect. What I was trying to achieve with this string behind it, which you may or may not have noticed, but it is a little bit of extra to add some interest, and it's a little bit subliminal too, because we're going to let this kind of lay swirly so it offsets the artwork. And what I did to do, I just started at one end and went up this end. And it will automatically just lay in a swirly fashion. I normally use some kind of tape, but kitchen tape or something is Robin calls it. Robin calls it kitchen tape. I'm just going to use some of the Fast Fuse, or what is this? Snail adhesive. Snail adhesive, also available from my Stampin' Up store if you need some adhesive. And so I put it all around, all four sides, so that you can decide where you want to start your string. I'm going to start mine from the bottom and kind of let it lay it flat how it wants to go, and then attach it. So yeah, 10 inches is more than enough. Let's get a little bit more anchored here. And so I want it to be loose. And there. We don't want to go too far down because we're going to have our corners. So let's say, for those who like to have measurements, 1.5 inches from the bottom and the top. No more than that. So that's within. So this piece is a little bit too long, so I'm just going to cut it. And see how it just kind of lays flat? Or puffs up a little bit? That's okay, because it will lay flat after we put the Whisper White on there. Alright, so you're going to take your cardstock piece and run it through your trimmer, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. We're making an A2 card. I like to score it several times to make sure I can see the score mark. And then we're going to fold it over and burnish it with our Stampin' Up foam folder. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. So what we want to do is we want to put this on top of that. So let's go back to our Fast Fuse. And I don't always use this much adhesive, but because we're using the string, which kind of has a lifty effect, I want to make sure this sticks very well. So we're going to eyeball this and place it. If you don't want to eyeball it and you want to measurement, you're going to go 1/4 inch each way. So if you have a mat like mine and sorry, and you want to measure it, place it in that corner. Find your 1/2 inch this way, 1/2 inch that way, and put your corner of your paper there. If you match up just one corner, the rest will be matched up automatically. As long as you do it evenly. Let's see. There we go. That'll be the inside pocket. See how this is a little bit puffy from the string? So we want to stretch it up just a little bit like that. Okay. Which is okay. So the string just kind of lays like that. Then I'm going to I want this to be a stand-up card or long ways. So I'm going to make sure that I have my fold on the left. And then I'm going to line this up, and there's a 1/8 inch frame around the rich razzleberry. So that's what that looks like right now. The next thing we're going to do is get our squares, and there's really no measurement needed, just you can just cut it by eyeballing it. We're going to go from this corner to this corner. That's it. So line up your scissors. So you're going to cut from corner to corner. And we're going to end up with 2 triangles. Oops, that one was slightly less than perfect, but I'll just make an adjustment. Oop, there you go. Okay. So we're going to put these in the corner like a picture frame. Now in this one I glued it down, but I'm wondering if it wouldn't look better with dimensionals. Let's try that. I don't know if I want it too high up, so let's try some mini dimensionals. Here's the mini dimensionals, and this is what the regular dimensionals look like. So there is a size and a thickness difference. So I want to see what it looks like with the mini, because I know the regular size dimensionals are going to be too thick. And I don't want it to stand up that high. So let's see. You're going to line it up with this corner here. So line it up with the corner of the rich raspberry paper. And yeah, actually, I think that does look better. So you can either glue it or use the mini dimensionals. So I'll include the mini dimensionals in the kit as well in case you want to use some of those. And I just did 3. That way it supports the corners. And if you want to fast forward through this part, go ahead. I'm just going to do all of the stickies. I don't have a fast forward or edit feature, so it's all in real time. Come on. There we go. So if you like this video, please go ahead and click the like, thumbs up at the bottom, and click on the little bell. Click subscribe and then click on that little bell for notifications so that you are notified whenever I do a video. Sometimes I do live videos. I don't have a live video schedule like some folks do. Mine's pretty much when I have the time. So usually I do the videos in advance and then I post them. Okay, so this looks a little bit plain, so we're going to get some enamel, glitter enamel dots. Aren't these pretty? And they come in the colors, of course, coordinating colors. So let's see. I'm putting the green mix of green and a mix of the, I say green. There is a formal color for that. I'm not sure which one it is. Is it Pear Pizzazz? I don't know, but I know this is the rich raspberry colors. So I'm just putting in enamel dots of different sizes and different shades. And I was trying to put this one on here so that it would incorporate like the other one, but since it's on a dimensional, it's not going to hold up well. Whoops, we don't want to rip the paper. We'll just leave that one. Okay, and that is your card. So you can see, oh, sorry, I'm going to make you dizzy. I'm trying to get this in where you can see them both, but also close up enough so that you can see the difference and get within the range. Okay, so there you have it. Oops, I forgot that part. This is what happens when you get 3 hours of sleep. Lordy. Okay, we're getting our old olive ink, and we're using just the notes from the Flourishing Phrases. Again, everything here is available in my Stampin' Up store. Okay, get it nice and juicy, and I never know where to put this because I don't want to interrupt the flow of this artwork. So in this one, I put it kind of in the middle of it. And so let's see. I think I'll do the same thing for that. Maybe I'll put it up here. Yeah, I'll put it here. There we go. So there you have it. Now we're done. There is your finished card. Yeah, I like it much better with the dimensionals. Much better. And I think the dimensionals might work better on the Whisper White as well because the twine is nice and thick. It's pretty thick, so I can see it's being raised right here. And I like my cards to look good, and I don't like that I can see that raised part right there. So yeah, in the kit I'll include some of the dimensionals so that it will look better. And that is just bothering me, so I'm going to move it there. There's the card, and again, that is string art. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry it was a little bit unorganized. I got excited when I saw Nicole's video last night and got up early to coordinate this class. Very excited. This is so hot and trending right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the class. Please let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to visit my Facebook page, my Stampin' Up website, my blog, and also I have an Etsy store. And my Etsy store, I sell retired and discontinued items on the Etsy store. And there's also an exclusive list of items that Stampin' Up allows the demonstrators to sell on their own websites. So I have some of those available as well. I also post the paper pumpkin kits for the previous months, and those go fast. So check those out. So if you see a video this month for April or March's, and you can't find anybody that has it, you can go to my Etsy site. I always order extra. So I have some customers that like to see what the paper pumpkin looks like before making the commitment. And it's a surprise because it's supposed to be a surprise. That's the whole point. When you get it in the mail, you're surprised. So, but I do understand that some people don't want to be surprised. They want to know what's in it before they make a commitment. And if that's you, no problem. You can go to my Etsy site and find some of the kits and the refill kits from past months. And I'm about to put a bunch more on there as well. I think I have one left from February. That one was pretty popular. I decided to keep one for myself. I really liked that one. Anyway, enough rambling. Visit my sites. You know where to go. Click on the links and have fun making this card. Don't forget the kit's available. Go to my blog for more information. And thanks so much for joining me in this Stamping Up with a Crafty Chick tutorial. This is Jacqueline Shield signing off and wishing you a happy crafting day.